All right. Well, we are back. Had a little technical difficulty there.
All right, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I
Little
think we're back.
little technical difficulty.
All right, and the score is 4, right? I think.
Yeah, for Seth. Sorry, I'm resharing the stream.
Okay. Score is updated again. I think Seth is gonna make it past the halfway marker. Boom. I think they're taking a little break here. I think.
Yeah, who got that game? Because they were going to take a little player break at the halfway point. So if Seth got to 5 first, take a little break, which would be good because I'm going to share this to the interwebs so the folks that were watching it can find it. So I'm going to mute myself for just a second. back up. Seth is up 5-0. Question will be is if Rob is going to be mounting a comeback. I'm going to pause real quick till these players get back, and we will be back with the second half here shortly. This is pretty awkward.
Yeah, especially where the white ball's tracking. Two doesn't go in the bottom right, so he kind of needs to come out for that too. And he's jacked up. I like playing safe here. Want to try and okay.
That was about as good as you could get off of that. I mean, I don't think the cut is here. You could you're thinking purely offense, play the carom into the 5, but
I like that one.
I just think the safety's not very easy. It looks like he's looking at the bank. Could play the bank, all for it, and if you play it short, play it with enough speed to kinda finish out center table. Yeah, Seth is showing some high pool IQ. That was a really, really creative safety there.
And just patience as well, I think. You know, a lot of people want to be aggressive.
Yeah, when you're up, offense is about the only thing on your mind is you're like, "Man, I just wanna keep the pressure on," but the safety, like, the bank is there, but it's not easy. This is tracking with lots and lots of peril.
Yeah, you got the pocket there. You can carry him off the 6 for a for the scratch. You're gonna hook yourself if you're bumping into anything too thick.
Yeah. I thought that 7 ball was gonna get him underneath or above, whichever way he kinda looked at it, it was pretty hard to avoid. You got a little masse, come underneath of it and send the I don't know how you don't sell something out on this shot. It's a good hit, but it is gonna leave it sitting right over the pocket. Getting to the 4 ball is no easy task because this looks really straight.
I think you just draw it, you know, and then take your medicine. You don't have to come up so far. I don't know how much that, of course, but I think he wanted that draw. He just hit it a little too thin.
I mean, this is if you can see that it is potable. I like playing well, the safety is really tracking towards the side pocket. Yeah, I see him jacking up to kinda try and get out of it. Yeah, you place the cue ball right here next to the 7. Just kinda try and stun up along this line was the most ideal. Also don't mind placing the cue ball here, cutting it and letting it come around 2 rails. Drawing straight back. Oh, he played
Off
off
the
the
9, very pretty.
very pretty indeed.
Wants to be pretty straight on the 6, preferably on the lower half of the table, you know, right there. I'm gonna draw. I think it's gonna be right here. Oh, look at you! Ah, go, go, go!
I actually like his line better because now he could just track up
Yeah,
towards the
just
7
roll.
even easier, like, that's even a better spot than where I drew. Not on the rail. Should be okay, but it just adds a level of difficulty to the shot, where I feel like playing it with straight top is kind of coming into the 10. Oh, this is the opportunity that Rob needs, really needs to get this 3 ball out here, get him back into the set. I like playing this with a good pace, letting it come 2 rails. Gets pretty awkward, but I think you can fade the 10 just stroking this in. Oh yeah.
Oh
No,
no!
no, no, no,
No!
no, no,
No!
no,
No!
no.
Okay.
Whew.
All right. He's got to really settle down here and make this. Yeah, or he's gonna have to take that shirt off and put on a shirt that says "hustled."
Not over yet. He's on the board.
Yeah, and as we said, I think some of the jitters are going to be out now. You're one on the board, and you're right. Like sometimes the way you think about it is like I'm down 5-0, 5-1. I'm free stroking now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's hard to get completely into that mindset, but I think if you're one who's plagued by, like getting very flustered and nerves and when you're down or having bad rolls or not shooting well, like getting into that mindset, whatever it takes to kind of get you back in the free flow form is critical. Whatever works for your own mental state. All right. Seth back to break. Yeah, that just goes to show you this 10-ball break is not a guaranteed ball like the nine ball break with a template rack.
Yeah,
You gotta
the
have the
thermal
right.
break is so much harder, and as I told you, there's a break pot up in Vancouver right now. It's 10 ball on a 7-footer, and no one's broken and run yet, and I think it's at $1,100 a ball right now, Canadian. So you take it as
That's still a $10,000 break pot somewhere in there, isn't it?
yeah,
American,
Canadian.
Canadian. Gotcha. Needs to get a good roll. This 10-ball sitting right here is my least favorite position for a ball on the table. Pretty much like anywhere in this little box right up against the rail. This is gonna leak out a little bit. Thought it was gonna. It's not gonna sell out a direct pocket. Probably going to see a return safety. How do you like playing safe from here?
Yeah, I think I would play topspin probably to keep the cue ball behind the 9. My main focus here probably for me would be up cue ball to hit that. Yeah, that's what he's doing. I think.
I just think the 5-ball's too big playing it that way. Yeah.
Well, he was supposed to hit it thicker, right, and missed the
Yeah.
5 on the left. That's why he hit the 9 instead of hitting past it.
Can see it. I can see it. I think you got to play this with a touch outside to avoid the 6. At the very least, the 7. The 7 wasn't there. I'd say you could just play this with pure top and run into the 6 and be okay. But oh, let's see what Seth comes up with here when they're right in the pocket. There's lots of different options of how to create cue ball movement. Depending on how straight and confident your stroke is, you could just put a massive draw and draw it straight back. But I like playing like just a high ball and cheating the pocket to the left from his perspective. Yeah, I like that.
The only commentary I had for that was the sound.
Yeah.
It works out really good. I think the 9 was blocking the pocket, so this works out.
Looks like we got Zach Zager joining us.
Hey, girl.
What's up?
How's it
How
going,
you
Zach?
guys doing?
Doing great.
Good. How's the match going? I was kind of sweating it a little bit. Seth really kind of taking charge here, but Rob is back in it. And cool to see Rob get another one here.
Well, I'm gonna let you guys go now because the most important hosts are here.
Well, thanks for
Justin,
joining.
I love you so much.
I love everybody, but I love you two especially.
Aw.
Well, thanks for
Catch you
stepping
guys
in
later.
for me,
Thanks everybody
Justin.
who's watching, and I hope you enjoy Zach and Trevor. Take it away, guys.
All right. Thanks, man.
Good, buddy.
Catch you later.
Thank you very much.
Oh,
Hi, Trevor.
hi, Zach.
So let's get caught up real quick. I just got here. What have I missed?
Seth was he's playing really smart. He's
As he
got up
does.
to a 5-0 lead. But after the player break, Rob did get that game, and he does have pretty tricky out here. I think just taking your medicine, letting the cue ball track over somewhere beyond this line.
Ooh.
Hold.
All right, well, I think there he was like, kind of telling himself, I'll take my medicine and just really make sure I make this 8-ball, but he's going to have to play safe now.
I don't know. You could try and slice this, but
Yeah, it's such a tough shot to cut that ball in the corner, and he's going to leave Seth nearly straight in. I think he's got an angle as well. Well, maybe not. We'll see
yeah, that
kind of
looks
what it
pretty
looks like here.
Because, I mean, even if you draw straight back and get your cue ball down here, it's still no easy. The 10 ball
I
requires.
think he's below this 9-ball just a little bit. So I think he can play this in the right side of the corner with draw. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, I kind of see what you were saying too. Something to be said about like using all parts of the pocket.
Yeah, I mean, he made that look pretty easy when it was not an easy 2-ball out.
So a 6-1 lead for Seth. And for those of you watching, maybe seeing how he's playing and seeing his Fargo is a 392. I don't know if you had mentioned this yet. Seth is a 392, but he only has 16 racks. I guess he had subbed like 1 week or 2 weeks for BCA. And it gave him a Fargo, and
I think that ratings are not even worth looking too deeply at until they're close to that 200 mark, just because it can fluctuate so much.
right.
And the other thing is even if somebody has 400 or 500 games, but they've only played League over the years and they just played with the same people, sometimes like that can be a little bit skewed just because they're playing in an environment that's maybe like really high level and they don't get a lot of games, but they actually play pretty good. So yeah, when you're under 500 games of robustness, it can be a little deceiving when it comes to rating. Is that 9 gonna clusters? How's your Monday been?
It's been good. I was actually about to bring up, you think it's weird that I know who this guy is based on his stroke? And his shoes? Well, I don't know if it's his shoes, but
Well, this is in your hometown, so you know most of the players that play
that's
around here,
Chris.
yeah?
This is my buddy Chris.
Okay.
Anyways, my Monday, it was good. I built a couple scaffolds at work over at Intel and got off about 1 o'clock and then drove an hour and a half to get home. And I made some breakfast burgers when I got back.
Breakfast burgers, like with egg.
Yeah, man. I made some burgers. It was bacon cheeseburgers on the barbecue, but I made the bacon on my Blackstone. And then when everything was done, I slapped a fried egg on top of it. Made one for me and one for Madison. And we're not playing nine ball. Okay, we're not playing nine ball.
We're not playing 9-ball, but he called that 9-ball.
Yes, he did, and I think he's going to be playing the safe
Combo.
here. I think send this cue ball into this pile.
I think he's playing the 2, which is by the 6.
Oh, okay. That is the 4 ball that I was looking at. I think he wanted to play. I think he wanted to play safe there. Maybe he thought he could pot it.
I think he was going for the combo on the 6 as thin as he hit the 6, but man,
But yeah, breakfast burgers, they were really good.
nice.
Yeah. How's your Monday been?
It's been good. I'm up here in this. Oh, touchy little
got
safe.
it.
Wow.
He almost kind of messed that up a little bit by touching that 6 again, but it rolled enough to get the maybe partial hook. I think he has a full hook, honestly.
I think so, and I think the edge of the pocket right here kind of cuts down on the one rail kick option.
I don't think you can play this cue ball into the point. I don't think you have enough room.
I think you got to take it wide with a touch of inside and just let her rip.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh, you got a hit.
You gotta get it.
Got a good hit. That was not easy to do.
So what's your plan here, Trevor, with this rack? Because you have this 2, and then you can get yourself position on the 3, but the 5 and the 8's tied up, and it's just like this little cluster of the remaining balls.
Blast.
Oh, you're crazy, dude.
I know.
You're not doing that in a match. All right, hold up. You're playing for the point. Is that the shot you take?
If I'm up 6-1, maybe.
Oh, well, I mean, there is that.
I mean, if it's hill, no. But I'm not too familiar playing rotation without 3 fouls, so like I feel like you have to kind of try and create things, and then when you don't have a good option, just push balls together. Like I don't know if that's the strategy of not having 3 foul. It's just go crazy and then also just push balls together when it's not working out. But
Yeah, that's one thing. Like playing APA, right? Like when you play 9-ball in APA, there's no 3 foul.
right.
There's no rollout either. That is like the one thing that's like, oh, that's right. There's no rollout. I have to go for it.
Yeah. Well,
Did you guys talk about APA at all?
we talked a little bit about it, but me and Justin both don't have APA in our hometowns, so we don't have a lot of experience or knowledge based on it. We did just live stream the Washington State Invitational APA at a 15th Street this last weekend. They had Florian Venom, the trick shot master, in the room. He came and put on a heck of a show, but yeah, as far as like playing APA, I can't really speak too much on it because I've never been on a league.
Yeah,
How about you? Do you play APA?
Yeah, I do. I like APA. Right now, I'm just on a Sunday team. It's double jeopardy. It's 8-ball and 9-ball. And I'm also on. There's an division. It's APA Masters.
Mhm.
And the format is actually really cool for APA Masters, but we won't get into that quite yet. APA, I mean, do you know any of the rules? Like, do you know the rules of APA 8-ball and APA 9-ball?
Oh, ball goes off of there. Yeah, so like from my understanding, because we just did this tournament this last week, and that 9-ball is basically straight pool with a 9-ball rack, and the 9-ball being worth 2 points. So if you break and have made 3 balls on the break, you get those 3 points, and then if you combo the 2 into the 9, you only get 5 points for the entire rack. And then the ratings kind of work where the different skill sets go to different numbers. So if you're a higher level player, you got to go to what, max of 73?
75.
75.
Yeah. So 8-ball, you can be anywhere from a 2 to a 7, with the 7 being the highest skilled. And in 9 ball, you can be a 1 through a 9, with 9 being the highest skilled. For an APA team, there's 5 matches and 8 players per team, so you'd pick 5 players to play in one match. They each play their races, and they get points for the team.
Great cue ball there.
Yeah, what happened? Seth was the one to throw the ball off the table, right?
Yeah, and then Rob missed with ball in hand with a
Oh,
trying to roll forward. It just caught the point and did not fall.
gotcha. Yeah, I must have missed that.
I will say one thing about the APA that I learned this last weekend is they know how to have a good time playing pool.
Oh, dude, seriously? Like, they have so much fun playing AP. Like, that's one thing that I do like about APA is the players just have fun, dude. I mean, you play BCA and, we still, BCA players still have fun, but it's a little more competitive. But man, this APA weekly nights, like I go in there and people are just having a great time.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know how to have fun playing pool?
Well, and that's exactly why I bring it up is like I've taken pool so seriously for so long that I don't get that excited about a really nice shot. I don't get that upset about a bad shot. Like I've kind of like developed a little bit of like emotional balance of the game where it's taken away. That was a really nice bank by Rob.
Let's see if he can get this back cut. I think he's gonna have to back cut, and if he makes it, his cue ball is gonna end up somewhere here and be tracking towards that corner. But I think he should be okay.
I think it'll be a little bit wider. I think your first two lines are pretty good, but I think this pocket here is definitely something to be a little bit concerned on. It's a hold up. Oh,
Dress up right in front of the side for Seth.
brutal.
Opportunity for Seth to take a 7-1 lead.
You know, I got a question for you. So, I mean, you play both leagues. Do you think that BCA players and other leagues tend to talk about APA players in like a negative way at times because they are more there to have fun rather than the competitive nature of BCA and other leagues?
I
Have you experienced that? Like, it's
In
not
a
like
sense,
they're
I have experienced something quite like that. I mean, there are players in APA that, compete, but they generally are also playing BCA.
right.
Like for me, for example, like I took a break from APA for about a year and a half, maybe 2 years, and I was just playing BCA. I was playing at the Coast BCA, playing tournaments, playing for money here and there, right? And when I came back to APA, like I joined a team and they built the team. We built the team to try to get to Vegas, and I didn't really. I mean, I had some fun, right? But I was there to compete and beat my opponents as bad as I possibly could. Like I wasn't there to, kind of have some fun. I was really, really competitive. And most of the people just have fun. Like they really just show up to have fun once a week. And Seth just plays APA right now. I think he has been trying to improve. I've seen it, and every time I play it, he takes the game, seriously. And but yeah, I've definitely seen and heard, players that play BCA kind of talk down on the APA and stuff like that. I mean, it doesn't
It's
matter, man. Like it's all pool, right?
right, and it's a thing that I found myself that I have done just because, like, I'd never played an APA league, and I just heard, that it's a social league, they're there to have fun, and I take this game so seriously that didn't make a lot of sense to me. And then, oh my gosh, that's a crazy cue ball line, and it holds up.
He was ready to go to the next shot, and then he paused when he was putting his chalk away, and he's like,
Yeah.
wait, hold on." That was a crazy line. I want to see the replay on that.
But my point of bringing it up is like now that I've spent some time, like I did go down to APA Worlds in Vegas 2 Augusts ago, so 2 years ago, and what a great format. I mean, like everybody that's there has earned their way there as far as like qualifying back home. They're having their trip paid for or mostly paid for by the league, and everybody is having a good time. Like they're competitive. Like there's no doubt. I think that's where like some of my misconceptions, just not being a part of APA and just like hearing other people talking about it. It's like, oh well, if you play the APA, you're just not playing competitive pool, and it's like, no, these
It's
people,
not really true, yeah.
yeah,
Well,
it's
what I've seen really too is so let's take my league for example. So the process to get to Vegas through my league, and I think it's the same, throughout the country. Might not be as hard in some places, or it might be harder in certain places. But basically, you play on a weekly team, and in our league, first, second, third, and fourth are in playoffs. And I believe there are 2 wild cards. So you could take last place, and then all of a sudden you've got the wild card and you're in playoffs. So first place has the option to kind of buy their way into the Tri-Cups. It's a triannual tournament. So all the playoff winners will go to Tri-Cups, and I think they have 3 Tri-Cups per year. And if you win Tri-Cups, I think they send like 3 teams to the next level. So if you win Tri-Cups, then you go to the regional tournament. So there's about 12 to 16 teams in each of these, Tri-Cups, and about the same in regionals. So then you have to win regionals. If you win regionals, then you go to Vegas. Um, but, you gotta win the session, you gotta win playoffs, you gotta win not 1, but 2 tournaments to get to Vegas. So I think the fun comes around, like, it's hard, man. It's hard for your team to get to Vegas, especially with the skill level cap being 23.
right,
You have to play accordingly. Like, you can't play 2 nines unless you have, like, 2 or 3 ones or twos, right? Like, 9 and 9 is 18. So now you have 5 points to make up 3 matches. So you could play, like, a 3, a 1, and a 1, so it's difficult, whereas, like, you could have 4 5s and a 3 play, right? And that's but the thing is it's hard. What I'm getting at is it's hard to get to Vegas, and people kinda see that, and they just, have fun, and if they make it, they make it. But
right,
once you get to those tournament stages, you see them starting to compete a little bit.
yeah. Well, and I mean, like what I've really learned, watching APA events is that I've been missing out a lot on enjoying pool by like my own mentality. And I've learned from the APA players like, hey, look, you can compete and still have fun. Like you can compete and still not just like sweat little things and like still be able to laugh about things because like we're all amateur players here. And like if one amateur is a little bit better than the other, like are the pros gonna just completely look down on us because we don't play at their speed level? It's like, no, we're all enjoying the same game. That was a really nice carom by Seth. Holy moly.
I will say this, Trevor, and this may or may not hit home to you, hit you a little bit hard, but, I mean, without the APA, I'm probably not here.
Right?
I'm
And
not
like that
sitting in this commentator studio with you commentating a match. I'm probably I may have found my way to a pool table. I played a little bit in high school, but I didn't really know what I was doing, right? Like, the players in APA kinda gave me a little, idea on how to play the game, and
yeah, and I'm bringing it up because it's like it's something that like I formulated an opinion based upon other people talking about a thing that I had no experience with. And now that I have experience with it, I'm like,
dude,
man, that
APA rocks, man.
yeah,
I will
like
say, I mean, it's people have their opinions about certain, things that APA does, and then, it's whatever, dude. I mean, if you wanted to go down that road, right? And this happens with BCA as well and USAPL, like all these leagues, right? Like there are things to complain about, But in reality, like, these things are businesses, right? Like
Yeah.
AP is a business, BCA is a business. They gotta make money to be able to put on crazy events like this, but, and it's not about that. It's about getting together with people, learning how to play pool, having some fun,
Yeah, and I
and,
mean
that's all it's about, man. Like, I hear people complain and, like, say all these things about all these leagues, and it's like, dude.
yeah, and, like and that's why I bring it up because we were talking earlier about, like, different game types, and I think, like, different league types and different formats and different motivations for play. Like, I'm expanding my visions of, like, what's what about pool and, like, why I do it. Like, what are my motivations? Am I gonna be a top player in the world? No. You know?
Well, you
Like,
might.
uh,
I mean, you might. You could be
I
a
mean,
700 in the next 3 years, buddy.
that's not top level player in the
You know
world.
what the craziest thing is too about APA?
Hmm,
A 9 let's say a 7-9 is maxed out, right? Like, you're maxed out an 8 ball, you're maxed out a 9 ball. A 7-9 could be a 550 Fargo, and a 7-9 could also be a 750 Fargo.
right.
Well, that's crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy. You go play like, for me, I'm a 7-9, and I gotta if I go play singles in Vegas, like, dude, I'm playing 750s, like, that's who I'm playing, which that's crazy to me, but, people go for singles to Vegas, and they do it for all different skill levels, right? Like, we got 1s and 2s that don't really know how to play this game, right? And they're going to Vegas to compete against other 1s and 2s, like, there's something to be said about that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm just bringing it up because I was ignorant. Like, I just didn't understand, didn't
Okay,
know,
okay.
and, like, now that I'm learning, I'm thinking, like, I need to be adopting more of that mindset of enjoying the game for what it is because no matter how good you are, pro level or amateur, we don't win all the time, and if you're just purely focused on being there for the competition, you're just gonna be stuck in a state of frustration.
Oh, dude, it sucks.
We
It
I mean,
sucks so bad.
anybody who's, like, tried to compete, you know, you realize, like, if 30 players show up, only one's gonna win. So that's 29 people that are gonna be disappointed. So, like, finding that balance of enjoyment even with that disappointment is key. Really nice break from Rob there. Got a ball to go directly off of that side wing ball into the spot.
Yeah, when
One
my 10-ball break is working, I've fallen in love with it, but only when it works, and it's not very often. But these 2 balls go into the wing, cue ball sits here and shape on the 1. It's just
get
such
in
a
there.
great break. Is he gonna double kiss it? No. So good break. I wanna say he maybe shot that a little fast. Those cut shots, I really like to sit myself in this line and, take a good look at, the ball. So a opportunity here for Seth. The 2 ball, I believe, is on the left side of the table? No, I think that's the 4. It's always been jammers with the balls on Evo that I've had trouble with. Yeah, okay, so that is the 2 ball.
Wow. Don't tell me he's gonna
Great
find
job.
behind you.
Where's he gonna is he gonna yeah, this is table 3. These rails are bouncy, man. I mean, really look, I mean, you have a wall. Like,
Yeah,
if you're gonna go back and forth, it is like, you're almost not getting shape. I mean, you have something here, right, like, in this area, but, like, anything
good.
over here, right, like, you don't have anything.
Yeah. No,
Like,
it was a
maybe right here, like, these are your 2 spaces for shape.
yeah.
I mean, great shot.
Yeah, it was a great cut, and just, like, finding a look was gonna be tricky. Gets a good hit, does kinda give a look at the 3, but once again, the same wall here comes
Think
into
this is
effect. You gotta get
trying to hit this really good, man,
yeah,
because you can't run into that 10 or
yeah,
that 7.
yeah, you're Might
Can't
even
really
just
go
try to
forward.
draw into the 10 and full. Oh, wow.
Ooh, all right.
He hit that too good.
It's almost like here you kind of gotta try to. Can you hear the dog in the background?
I did hear the dog.
Oh, that's Maggie. All right, so not terrible leave. Seth is gonna have to work for a successful shot here. I think he's gonna have to play safe. I wonder. I like banking the 4-up table. Well, in a sense, I like sending the cue ball towards this 5, and actually, I think really what that would do would send the 4 here.
Yeah. I agree. Seth has been really coming with some really good lines on his safety play. I think he may have called the 10 ball there and just kinda took a swing at it. But definitely
You know, it'd be super cool to see.
Hmm.
Hill.
Hill from here.
Oh my god, that would be
Be
so
one of
cool to see. Look at this shot. Oh my god. Give him some love on that one.
Yeah, where's the there it is.
Dang.
Is he gonna bank this one in too? This is tough.
Oh, that was the way to bank it if he wasn't
Man.
gonna make it.
I think the 8 ball was just a little bit in the way there. That was a great effort. But the 8 ball lining up with this 10, that combo is no simple task.
I think that's what we're gonna be seeing here, unless he wants to come. I think he could come underneath the 8. I think that'll be a smart play. Kind of depends on where you end up here. I think here you don't have enough angle to get underneath that 8 easily. You'll have to kind of put a little extra magic on it. And look at this.
Can't
A
get
little
much
off angle
better.
on this 10. I think I'm gonna play safe here.
I think I'm gonna play the combo, but real slow and leave the 8 ball right up on the rail here. 'Cause, I mean, you can't be up this much and not swing for it, can you?
Well, I mean, you're trying to win. I think he's going for it though. Look at this.
Trickles it in.
All
With
right,
that
so
combo,
that's gonna do it.
Seth just was unrelenting.
Trevor, would you be willing to commentate these guys again with me? I feel bad because I went and did that thing, it's kind of important thing. But these are my buddies, and I kind of feel bad I wasn't here for the first
Yeah.
hour.
Yeah, and I think Rob's gonna want a rematch just 'cause, like, our roles weren't going his way, never really kinda got comfortable. I think I would definitely be down for that.
Yeah, well, I'll talk to these guys and say, hey guys, Trevor and I are, I wasn't there for a while. Trevor and I would be willing to kind of commentate again. It'd be separate from the show. We're gonna try to top venues. If you're watching and you have an EvoSports location near you that we have not done yet, hit us up.